welcome to the Charismatic Voice Week 1. Today I'll be focusing on the Coloratura Soprano, and I will be addressing the 8 primary voice types found in classical music over the next 2 months. So if you're looking for a different voice type, check out the later videos. The Coloratura Soprano is the highest voice type. Range goes from about middle C, C4, up to an E6. Probably she has an F6 as well. Many coloraturas have notes above this too. It's also the most difficult voice type to spell. So I came up with a good way to remember how to spell it. Color, at, you, ra, ra. Color at you, ra, coloratura. Now you'll never forget. The characters that coloraturas most often portray are unstable women. If she is mad, angry, and yelling lots of high notes, that's probably a coloratura. Or if she is literally going insane for 15 minutes in an extended mad scene, that's also a coloratura. Coloraturas also often play the peppy, bubbly characters, or characters that sing about birds. No, really. She's singing about a bird. Some examples of well-known coloratura roles include Olympia the doll from the Tales of Hoffman and Cunegonde from Candide by Leonard Bernstein. And then you have probably the most famous coloratura role that exists, the Queen of the Night. Remember that song? That's a coloratura. And then you have my personal favorite, the diva, Plava Laguna, from The Fifth Element. She's a coloratura, and she's singing the first aria from Lucia di Lammermoor. Famous coloratura singers include Natalie Dessay, Joan Sutherland, Diana Damrau, Kristen Chenoweth, Mariah Carey, her little ooh, those things are all coloratura. And then most recently, this woman was made famous because she sang the highest note to ever be performed at the Metropolitan Opera, Audrey Luna, who performed an A above high C. See, wasn't that hard? Oh, God. I'm never doing that again. Coloratura voices have some pretty awesome strengths. The biggest one, obviously, is the high notes. Nobody can sing higher than a coloratura. It's just incredible. Another thing that they do really well is fireworks. They're very good at doing lots of rapid notes, or lots of arpeggios that go up and down, or staccati and punctuations. They tend to have a very agile voice. And then we come to the things that coloraturas aren't typically the best at. Of course, there are exceptions, but usually a coloratura won't have a lot of power in the middle or lower register. This means that if you write a big, lush orchestration and then put her down in her lower or middle range, you might not hear the coloratura. Another thing that they're not the best at is having a lot of warmth in the voice. If you think about it, yelling high isn't exactly warm and fuzzy. If you're looking for a warm female sound, I suggest going with a lower voice type, like maybe a mezzo, and you can find out more about that in my later videos. Feel free to ask me tons of questions in the comments below. If I like your question, I'll do a future video on it. And speaking of later videos, if you want to learn more about voice, subscribe. Toodles!